Did I feed y'all today? Some of that. You try to put this in terms like I did after we won conference. And I try to put it in perspective, I guess because I'm getting old. And you think about what these seniors have done over their careers. And you talk about 4 straight regional championships in a row. That's impressive. You go to the list and you look and you see who's still playing softball. Florida, Kentucky, Florida State, Tennessee, LSU, Arizona, Auburn, Michigan, Oklahoma, Alabama, UCLA, Missouri, North Carolina State, Oregon, and UL. The fact that this program has remained relevant despite the infusion of money by the bigger schools is a testament to this university, this athletic department, this community, and these kids. I don't think you can overstate the accomplishment of these kids and what they did, not only last night, but over the past 4, 8, 10, 12, 15, 20, 25, 30 years. Amazing. And it's like I said during the broadcast, this community, this university, this program did it long before they had any cameras watching. This university, this community, they understand the significance and the importance of women's softball and equity. I'm so proud to be associated with that. Anybody?
Are you going to be making the trip this week?
I knew somebody was going to ask me that. You have to find a way. It's been written about the conflict between, the easy answer is say I'm going to be there. But I'm not crazy enough to know the ups and downs that I've been through, to know when I wake up Thursday that I may not be able to go. But if I feel like I do right now, although y'all probably think I sound like hell, but I feel good. When we were walking in, Jordan told me I look like hell. You look like hell, you sound like hell, but I feel good. And this team energizes me. I had so much fun last night and this weekend. And I want to meet with my team, but I also had to be wise. Like I'm at a point right now where I have to be smart about what I'm doing. So I'm gonna do whatever I can do to be on that field.
Coach, you talked about the history of the Cajuns program, considering Clint Meyer's history at Arizona State, and does that make you smile or give you kind of some added excitement about the matchup, considering his career history and his success?
I love Clint Myers. I mean, he and I are good friends. There's a lot of respect between me and him. And what he did at Arizona State was nothing short of phenomenal. And what he's doing now in Auburn in the period of time that he's been here has been phenomenal. So, thank God. If it was me against him, like if we were wrestling or say we did the Mall of the Feathers, I think I could outdo it. But it's gonna be our girls against his girls, and I like the matchup. I really, really do. I like the matchup.
Coach, Saturday after Saturdays with him, Bailey said that when you asked, who's going to pitch and who you're going to worry about, and he said, well, he said looking back at the series during the year that Christina probably didn't pitch that well against him, and you weren't sure which direction you're going, but I have to believe that you had a thought process and you approached Sunday in that same thought process, going forward with Christina and then with Jordan.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about that. Too.
Well, Christina has pitched differently her last 2 or 3 times out. And she also has postseason experience. That was thought process number 1. Secondly was, they got to meet us twice. And if we get into their bullpen and manage, you will. So, let Stearns get out there. If she can continue to dominate us in game 1, we tip our hat. We come back with Wallace, who shut them down twice earlier. And now we see how far Stearns can go. That environment, speaking of what you were talking about, home field advantage, that environment, she not only wore out physically, but our crowd. I mean, just think about the toil that takes on your mind. Every pit, you're singing and chanting and partying. Like what that does to your focus. And if you look at it on the other hand, if it's your home crowd, it energizes. So, I didn't think she was going to wear down the way she started out. But give credit to our hitters. They wore down, and there is something to the home field advantage. I think that environment wears on you too, mentally. I really do.
Coach, you've been to a road super regional. Some of the players on this team have. For the younger players, the DJs, the Aliyahs, who haven't been in that environment, they have been to Oregon and Alabama, but not in the same super regional environment. How do you pass on the experience to them?
Yeah. I mean, how they're going to react to that environment, you never know. They've handled everything we put in front of them so far. The way that we prepared them from the fall is for this situation. But I remember the first time I tried a jury trial. I'm sure you remember your first sports broadcast. And you're prepared, and you're ready, and you're excited, but there's still some nerves, and there's still some jitters, and there's still some what ifs. And after you've done it for 20 years, you can just walk up there, get your makeup and put on your coat and do it in 5 minutes. But when you're doing it for the first time, your mind is all over the place. What's good about this team is we got some older kids who can walk them through it. I feel good about my young kids. I feel good about this team. I think they're going to take care of each other.
What's it been like for you, Coach, seeing Jordan bounce back this year? What time of year she
Jordan is kooky, you know. Everybody talks about her bouncing back. Last year, she never lost her stuff. Her stuff was good the whole time. Jordan's expectations of Jordan exceed everybody else's expectations of her. And once she came to peace with her contributions, not in terms of strikeouts and wins, but who she is and what she means to this group, that's the bounce back. Y'all look at bounce back is 20 wins, 12 wins, back to this win, this many strikeouts, this many. Her bounce back, to me, or when you look at where she was and what she did last year, it was because of who she is, what she contributed, how she worked, what she did day by day, who she is as a person, how she handled the adversity. I don't know if she's bouncing back. I mean, I watch Major League Baseball a lot. I know y'all do too. And you very seldom see those guys always ascending. You see, that's pitching. The wear and tear on you physically. The toil it takes on your mind. We don't give enough credit to these athletes for what they put their bodies and their minds through. What that kid has done here the last 4 years is phenomenal. Look around the country and see how many people have had the kind of consistency that that kid has. And oh, by the way, last week, she walked up on the stage and got her diploma. It was recognized as the most outstanding graduate of the College of Marketing. There's no bounce back story here. It's a kid who has competed and fought and played through injury and battled expectations and has been regional champs 4 times.
And you preface all of that by saying she's kooky.
All pitchers are goofy. I married one. I live with one. She reminds me every day. They're a different breed. And you can't, that's why they named the game after them. Fast pitch. And they like the drama, you know. They keep us I could swear she's over there messing with me last night. You know, we get in the lead and she's like, okay, let's see if I can make Coach Mike's heart rate go up. We walk a matter. She looks over at me. And we walk another one. I walk out to the mound, she's like, what are you doing out here? I got this. I'm just messing with you. It's a little double play, she walks in. That's the life of a pitcher. And I couldn't do it. The spotlight that those kids are under all the time and the pressure to perform all the time. And people think that they're robots. And you just go out there and those days in our sport are over because the hitters have caught up. Video, scouting, technology. In the good old days, in those single wall mats, that heavy ball, about there, every game you won a nothing. If you watch the game the past 3 or 4 years, so much more offensive. So much more pressure on those kids in the circle. People try to make the comparison now and then, and you can't do it. In our era, in her era, the past 4 years, she'll go down as one of the most consistent, best pitchers during that 4-year span. That's what I believe. But she is touched.
She hasn't seen much of Auburn, but do you know anything about that team?
I do. I know a lot about Auburn. I know a lot about them. I've watched them a lot. And it's a good matchup for us. Everybody left on here is capable of being national champs. Everybody on this list. There's not a team on this list that if they don't get the rings, can't be a national champion. Parity in our sport now. You couldn't say that 4 years ago. Everybody on here can be a national champion. It'll come down to rings, who's performing, call, luck, prayers.
What about the matchup do you like?
In what way is Auburn a good matchup for you guys?
All right. See, I can answer that question without, I know Clint is listening. Hi, Clint. I think our hitters against their pitchers is a good matchup, and I think our pitchers against their hitters is a good matchup. They're a hitting team. They believe in scoring a lot of runs. We believe we're hitting, and we believe in scoring a lot of runs. They play the game very similar to the way we play the game. A lot of power, take your hacks, get after it. It just is. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a good matchup.
Coach, you said you're not sure what you're going to get from some players, but if you look at last night, DJ hits a home run that wasn't a home run, and then Kelly Martinez drives in a run by putting the ball in play.
Yeah.
Even when they have made outs, have you seen some things as far as consistently having good at bats, maybe some things that make you feel pretty good?
Yeah. And Kelly has been awesome defensively. DJ's been awesome defensively. Everybody says until yesterday. They put all those rocks on the ground. You see all those rocks they put out there from the rain? You can't play on rocks. That, forget about what happened yesterday. That kid wasn't uptight. The bounces weren't true. And that's her whole deal. And she expected that bounce. Our freshmen are coming. And the reason why they are is because the leadership of this team believes in them. Aaliyah, don't forget Aaliyah, still a freshman. 3 freshmen, and all contributing, all fighting. Aaliyah's in bat in the Saturday game was crazy good. 9, 10, 11, 12 pitches. Even though she didn't get the result, the fact that a kid like that who's a freshman gets up there and fights and fired everybody up there. Yeah, let's get after her. So, I don't think you can look at them anymore as freshmen. Hopefully we don't. They gotta just get in there and do their job and fight and compete.
Coach, how much of an advantage can it be, even though they're from the SEC and highly seeded? This is more their first rodeo than it is yours. You talked about the experience Jordan and the other seniors have playing in all these super regionals. How much of an advantage being in that atmosphere can it be for you?
If you follow during the year, that team, Auburn, they have a lot of fight. They get behind in a lot of games. They give up a lot of runs. And it's hard to put them away. They can score 5, 6, 7, 8 runs in an inning. And if you watch them in the SEC tournament, everybody had them down. They were down. They were down. They were down going into the 7th. They came back. They were down big in the 5th. They came back. So if you look at them in regional, you know, this weekend, they were down in both those games, and they came back and won. So, we're going to have to find a way to put them away. They're not going to beat themselves. We are going to have to beat them. We can't beat ourselves. We don't beat ourselves. They don't beat themselves. Just go at each other, hammer each other, pound it out with each other. Let's see what happens. Is experience going to matter? It's what he talked about earlier. Myers knows how to get them ready. They're going to be ready. And our kids are going to be ready. It's going to be fun. I think it's a good matchup. I don't see why y'all don't see that.
What is
Is that because you'd rather face that kind of team than a South Alabama team that wants to win 1-0, where it's going to be harder? You'd rather face that kind of team where the games are going to be maybe more like 5-4, 6-5 to play 2-0.
Well, the challenge right now for us is to figure out how to not let them get 5. I'm not just spotting them 5. Let's try to beat them 8-1. We're not going to spot them 5 runs. Right, Jordan? But if they jump on us, we're gonna battle back. If we jump on them, we gotta put them away. But I didn't get to pick the matchup, but I like it. I like the matchup. I feel good about it.
Anything else, guys?
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.